Welcome everybody to Extreme Off-Road Silly Bills, and today we're dealing with the 2021 Mini John Cooper Works GP. Now this has 668 horsepower, 682 pounds-feet of torque from its 2 litre turbocharged inline-4 engine. The car itself now weighs 2,520 pounds, has off-road tyres, all-wheel drive and off-road suspension, and it can now do 0 to 60 in 2.669 seconds, 0 to 104.83 seconds, and going to a top speed of 188 miles an hour. Now, this isn't the original engine in this car, even though the engine that we swapped into it had slightly less horsepower than this. It ultimately came out to about 60 odd horsepower extra, and yeah, a fair bit extra in torque as well. But yeah, the speed and acceleration, launch and braking are all fairly good. Brake handling isn't the best that we've seen, but it is also far from the worst, and the off-road ability isn't the best that we've seen also. I think the two previous vehicles, the McLarens that we took out, were a little bit better, but hopefully its small size, its short wheelbase and the like will give it a properly good, handling and yeah, driving ability and plenty of control and stability as well. Nothing worse than a large car on this course that isn't able to be agile enough. Whereas this is obviously a small car, so it's already going to be agile. Doesn't weigh all that much, and yeah, with that all-wheel drive system, it's gonna. What the hell happened there? What? Why is it doing that? Every time I go to start, it cuts out. Hope the online mode is not playing. Yeah, I'm gonna have to restart, so I'll see you in a moment. Right, hopefully it will work this time. No idea what was going on there. Sometimes the online issues can be a bit iffy. So let's see if we can get going without stopping. There we go. Might have been because I had, left it in that mode after turning it off. Something or other, but regardless, we're on our way. Sorry for the small delay there. So yeah, this is going to have plenty of agility and need to be precisely driven. It's because small wheelbase cars can be a little bit tricky when they've got all-wheel drive and a lot of power going through them. You have to be on the A game with them, but the advantage is that you have very little in the way of length to the car. You've got less issues with hitting anything. It can turn quicker because it's got so little in the way of weight and so little in the way of actual car behind those front wheels. So it can turn in really rather sharply. Hopefully, a little bit of understeer there, but not too much. Obviously weighing so little and having nearly 700 horsepower is going to make this hopefully rather quick. And I missed the checkpoint. That's a rewind on my fault, on my part there. So I've got 2 left. Hopefully we'll not need the rest of them. This has pretty good acceleration on the low end of things. Oh dear. Obviously it's not going to be as quick to say 100 than likes of the McLarens that we've taken out, but to 60 it's not far off actually. And at the end of the day most of this course is, sharp turns. Need a lot of acceleration out of. Seems to be doing okay so far. It's going to be any better than the McLarens, we'll have to see. I'm not entirely confident, given it has way less power and the handling isn't as good. And even though the acceleration to 60 is close, there is a bit of a more of a gap to 100. Oh, obviously the top speed does not play a role here. Although obviously this is hardly slow at the top end, it's not going to be anywhere near as quick as those 1000 horsepower plus McLarens. Well, one of them at least had more than 1000 horsepower, but the other one wasn't exactly far off. It's going to be close, but not close enough. Oh dear, understeer all over the place there, hitting the tree. But yeah, far from the slowest time that we've had on here. And is actually faster than the McLaren GT with a time of 3 minutes 25 point, what was it? 664. So yeah, we're about a second and a bit quicker than the McLaren GT. And yeah, we're actually also faster than the Aston Martin Valhalla concept car, meaning that the McLaren GT gets knocked out of the top 10. So McLaren are back down to 2 cars in that top 10. We're also quicker than the Audi TT RS, which this I guess you could say is similar to, with a small inline engine with a fair decent amount of power though, as well as the Automobile Tornado, Volkswagen Golf R, you know, another hot hatchback which we're far faster than, the Mazda 323 GTR, the Porsche 911 Desert Flyer and the Ford Bronco, but we are slightly behind the GMC Jimmy, most likely because of the tree incident at the end there, as well as the MG MG3, which again is another hatchback, and the Toyota 4Runner TRD Pro, and way off the pace of the McLaren 765 LT, which is, yeah, nearly, what, 8 seconds ahead of us, which is, yeah, quite the large gap, which just shows how quick that McLaren actually was. But still, for a car that, you know, only had about half the power as this does now, and about 300 pounds-feet of torque less, and certainly isn't meant for going off-road, it's a far more track-based vehicle than off-roading. I felt that dealt really with everything really rather good. Obviously I was a little bit iffy on some of the corners, which is down to me, but you know, I'm the one constant with these vehicles, so that's just the way it's going to be. But still, it's far from the slowest, and it's comfortably in the top 10. So yeah, all in all, a pretty good run from the Mini there, although definitely could have been quicker. Nonetheless, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.